Welcome in everyone to the channel. It's Myguyknowsaguy here on my sports betting predictions channel. We have another day of NBA action. Somewhat of a decent slate, sort of ruined by injuries. There are so many injuries in the NBA right now. We're only about 3 weeks into the season. Welcome in everyone. We are going to bet some college basketball and some NHL as well in game. I have some pregame picks for you. Shout out to everyone that watched my late video featuring some college basketball picks today. I did have a few pregame picks. I think there were 7 picks in that video. So a few of you already had a chance to see them. I'll get my bets up on the board right now. Go ahead and smash that like button for me while you're here. Let's go ahead and get the chat started as well. Let me open the chat. Give me 1 second. I've had a rough couple of days, man, health-wise, but today I feel much closer to normal. I had a bit of a scare on Sunday night with some stomach problems that I was suffering from. I had to go to the hospital at 4 in the morning, get some blood tests. I actually thought it was much more serious than what it was. They ended up telling me that I had gastritis. I need to definitely take a closer look at my diet going forward. But in the meantime, everything is going to be okay. I just had some issues with my stomach lining, and I'm just really glad that I didn't go to sleep that night. I had problems. I had trouble falling asleep. It hurt just to lay on my side. Had a lot of pressure in my stomach, my esophagus area. But I went and got everything checked out. I'm on the right medication now. I should be healing pretty soon. I'm just gonna have to watch my diet over the next couple of weeks. Other than that, this is something that I've never suffered from before. I've been fortunate enough to say that I've been relatively healthy, but either way, it was my plan to do a stream yesterday, but yesterday I just was catching up on sleep because I stayed up the entire night the night before going to the hospital and stuff. So either way, we're good to go now. Thanks for all the well wishes. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday, November 18th. Let me go ahead and get my pregame picks on the board as well for you guys. We have tons of information to share. I think one of the bets in college basketball is about to start in like 5 minutes. So once again, shout out to everyone who did watch my earlier video with the college basketball picks. I'll start to get some pregame college basketball picks videos rolling here on the channel. Let me get my pregame picks. I have a few NBA picks and props to share with you on the board. As always, if I bet on anything live in game, with my own money, I'm not here to mislead you. I will share the picks on the screen. How'd you guys do in Monday Night Football? Cowboys Raiders. That was a crazy one. I was watching catching up on some NBA last night as well. Got some great games. Shout out to Santi MUFC in the chat. Jay Wilkins 95. Welcome back, brother. Buffalo Rush. Gonna tell my 9-year-old niece to like the video too. That's hilarious. Welcome, Charlavani. Yep, big up to you as well. Let me get some of my pregame bets on the board for you guys. So this is what I'm rolling with early. This bet starts in 4 minutes. We can go ahead and sweat that early. It's a full game bet. They're properly labeled full game or first half bets here. We have a few first half bets in college basketball and a couple of full game bets as well. Well, just one full game bet on the board. Pregame, Michigan State plus 4.5 at -104 odds. I grabbed that line on FanDuel. So yeah, they're playing in the Champions Classic. That's a neutral court site in Madison Square Garden, home of the New York Knicks. Tipping off in about 3 minutes. I'll go ahead and get that live scoreboard on the screen as well so we can sweat that together. It's a full game bet, so we're going to have to wait a bit to reach the conclusion there. I have 4 pregame NBA picks to share with you, 1 full unit bet, and 3 half unit bets, okay, that are player props. So we have the Grizzlies and the Spurs to go over 233.5 at -110 odds to win 1 unit. Even though we have some injuries in that game, Victor Wembanyama, I'm sure, as you guys know, Wemby is going to miss, as they put it, a few weeks with a strained left calf, which is, always scary to hear. He's even though he's out, they still don't have Dylan Harper back. Stephon Castle's out. John Morant. I still think we're going to get a track meet here. I think we're going to get a track meet in that game. It's going to go over the total. That's my opinion. Let's see how that goes. That tips off in about an hour and a half. And then I have a couple of player props in that same game. Cedric Coward, the standout rookie that I've basically been talking about since draft night, everyone. I feel like he is going to go over 22 and a half points, rebounds, and assists combined, his PRA. At minus 112 odds, I'm going to lay a half unit there. And Cam Spencer of the Memphis Grizzlies to go over 12 and a half points and assists combined at minus 120 odds to win another half unit. And then we're rolling it back with a player that's not very popular here on the stream or elsewhere after the last couple of weeks. It's Jake LaRavia of the LA Lakers to go over 6.5 points. We're still waiting for LeBron. It seems like the entire news cycle today has been dominated by LeBron, the NBA news cycle, about whether or not he's going to return today after taking his nap. So let's see how that goes. But I'm on Jake LaRavia over 6.5 points at minus 118 odds against a below average Jazz defense. Let's see how that goes there. The other college basketball picks on the board, as you can see, George Mason, first half, minus 8.5. I think they are going to smash in their spot today. Minus 120 odds to win 1 unit. All of the college basketball bets are to win 1 unit. SMU, minus 20.5. They're going up against Arkansas Pine Bluff, a doormat in the first half right there. Minnesota, first half, minus 14.5, going up against Chicago State. And then we have Army in the first half, plus 10.5 against Cornell, minus 115 odds to win 1 unit. And Arkansas, first half, minus 12.5 at minus 115 odds to win 1 unit. And then we have Texas A&M at minus 9.5 in the first half to win 1 unit. Let's roll, everyone. Go ahead and share your best bets in the chat. We have a long night ahead of us, sweating out some of these games. Let's try to win as many of these bets as possible together. Tons of injury news. You still have about a minute or so to get the pregame line on Michigan State if you're riding with me tonight. How you guys feel? Yeah, KH, I feel a lot better. Thank you, brother. He said, I've got Spencer on 13.5. Should I still go for it? I still like it. Is on your book, is he still listed at 8.5 for points? I like points by themselves as well. Let me just get a couple of last minute pieces of information for you guys before we move on. Might add a couple of bets right here on the board. I have my peppermint tea, which is apparently good for stomach inflammation. Okay. Yeah, KH, let me know the line on Cam Spencer. The line that you have. Renisha Brown, how's it going? Hope you're doing great today. Yeah, green tea is good as well. I have some green tea. I'm going to probably drink some of that closer to bedtime. But for now, peppermint tea is pretty good for stomach inflammation, for esophagus troubles as well. Other than that, I felt amazing today when I woke up. So I planned on firing up a stream since last night. Let's go ahead and get back into it, everyone. What are your guys' best bets? What are your best bets in the NBA tonight? What are your best bets in the NBA tonight? Yeah, I forgot about the caffeine for green tea. Luckily, this isn't caffeinated, the peppermint tea, but yeah, the green tea. I'll probably just drink some more peppermint tea later on. So yeah, let's check out some of the injury stuff. Tons of injured players. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking up some stuff. They just said something about Cade. Yeah, so Cade's back today. The line sort of shifted towards the Pistons, so a lot of people probably assumed he was coming back anyways. He was pretty close to playing in their last game. Tobias Harris is still out. Ozzer Thompson twin, back today. Cade Cunningham back today. Let's see how the Pistons look. See how the Pistons look against the Hawks, coming back after a pretty long road trip today. Looks like Jalen Brunson's injury issues weren't as serious as initially reported with the grade 1 ankle sprain. He has been upgraded to questionable for tomorrow's game in Dallas. We know he doesn't want to miss too many opportunities to play against the Mavs, especially in Dallas. Let's see how that goes. If you're just joining the stream, I do have a few bets that I shared. The only one that's on right now is Michigan State. Let me make sure that if that tipped off or not, but it's listed as 6:30, but it's a big nationally televised game in neutral court. Sometimes they tip off a couple of minutes late, but I doubt it for this one. Oh yeah, it hasn't tipped off yet, so it's tipping off any minute now. Just log into a couple books here. So many injuries in the NBA, man. It's crazy. The games have still been pretty entertaining, though. And we have begun in the Kentucky-Michigan State game, so the best of the line is gone there. It's still a plus 4.5. We're about a minute into the game. I'm going to go ahead and get that game on my other laptop here while we wait for these NBA games to start. Warriors Magic starting in about 20 minutes, about 30 minutes. Kenny R, welcome back. Thanks for that follow, Shadow Macer. Bernicia said, I got it at 113.5 and it dropped to 112.5. Not bad. John Bennett, welcome to the chat. He said he's on Steph Curry's points to go over. He's on the Nets under, team total under. Okay, thanks for sharing. I was thinking Utah Jazz team total under tonight against the Lakers. See, is LeBron isn't ruled in yet. Kenny, what's up? Real one. John Bennett, Luke Cornett over rebounds. Another pick in the chat. Kenny R said he's rolling with Bowling Green money line. Some action tonight. Do I like the Blazers tonight? I lean towards the Blazers. Andy Sue, welcome back. Noah Seas, best of luck to you too. These are the plays that I dropped so far, Andy. Smash that like button for me, everyone. Michigan State's already on. It's 7-6 Kentucky about 4 minutes into the game. I do have the game live right now, though. Michigan State and Kentucky. A lot of Kentucky fans in the building, too. Stephon Castle out 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, just look at this list of injured players. Giannis, Wemby, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid, Zion, Trey Young, John Morant, Jalen Williams, Paolo Banchero, Darius Garland, Jalen Green, Brandon Miller, Cam Thomas, Tyler Hero, OG Anunoby, Jaden Ivey, Christian Brown, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Neesmith, Oubre, Beal, Poole, Keegan Murray, Walker Kessler, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, Kyrie, Lillard, Fred VanVleet, DeJounte Murray. There's a couple $1 billion worth of contracts right there. It's a couple billion worth of contracts, like. Gold said the NBA is a joke with the injuries. I mean, they're not really choosing to get hurt. You know, some of these guys, a lot of them are hurt. Like, some of them are pushing the limits. You know, we've seen this with Zion before. We've seen a lot of the stuff with Kawhi, Anthony Davis. But a lot of these guys, man, it's just a concentrated run of unfortune. Nice 3 right there for Michigan State to go up 9-7. So yeah, we have the Warriors playing against the Magic in a couple of minutes. The Warriors are on a 3-game winning streak against the spread. This is a game where Honestly, it's going to come down to the Magic's perimeter defense here. Jalen Suggs, he's a game time decision, I believe. The Magic without Paolo Banchero, where is their scoring going to come from in stretches where Franz Wagner and Desmond Bane are on the bench? I mean, I think they can hang with the Warriors in this game, but will they be able to do it over the course of 4 quarters? The Warriors, they seem to be highly motivated since the comments from Draymond Green before the first game against the Spurs last week. I did say, when that happened, I did say right here on the stream that I think the Warriors are going to go on a run in terms of covering spreads. This is a much more difficult opponent, in my opinion, even compared to the Spurs. This is a Magic team that has a really, really solid interior defense. They've been doing an effective job of sealing off the rim. They almost stole one while underhanded against the Rockets in their last game. You look at the chemistry being built between Desmond Bane and Franz Wagner. That's a really positive sign. Anthony Black seems to be taking advantage of the extra minutes. He's definitely been a bright spot for them. But, where is the consistent three-point shooting going to come from for the Magic over the course of 4 quarters against a team that seems to be playing inspired basketball in the Golden State Warriors? I think this is a really, really tight line here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Magic won this game, in my opinion. I just feel as though if one of these two teams sort of jumps out there in game, maybe we can get another line in game here. That's what I have listed in my notes. So yeah, this is a really interesting one to me. Yeah, Suggs is playing. I was wrong about that. Suggs is playing. How do you guys feel about the Magic tonight? How do you guys feel about the Warriors? You guys have any props in this one? HFRY, how's it going? They coughed that game away against the Rockets the other day. It's going to be difficult to get quality looks at the rim here. Wendell Carter Jr. seems to be playing inspired basketball, but collectively as a unit, I like the adjustment that the Magic have been making. And in my opinion, that adjustment came in the second half of this game against the Blazers last week. We have a bit of a track meet here in the Kentucky-Michigan State game. If you guys want to see some of the history between these two teams. The Warriors have covered 4 straight games against the Magic. Different circumstances here with Desmond Bane in the lineup. Desmond Bane has had some big games against the Warriors before. How do you guys feel about this one? I had Desmond Bane over 4.5 assists as a look, but that line got smoked by the public up to like -160. Desmond Bane over 4.5 assists. I do like the synergy between him and Franz Wagner in this matchup. They definitely have the skills to shoulder the load here offensively and go take it to this Warriors team. I don't think the Warriors are going to overlook many opponents in the near future. I think that they're trying to prove something to themselves at the moment. Steph Curry has had a few big performances in this building tonight in Orlando. But, as I said, when you play effective interior defense, as the Magic have been playing over their last few games, you can beat almost any team in the NBA, maybe besides OKC. So, this game's a bit of a toss-up here for me. I will be monitoring and watching the first quarter or so with you, looking for in-game bets here. If you're just joining the stream, these are the pre-game bets that I've placed for NBA and college basketball. Jay Hunter, thanks for the well wishes, brother. I definitely feel much better today. Bit of a scare. Jay Hunter also said he liked the Suns tonight after that ugly loss to the Hawks. Yeah, the Hawks were down by. I went back and watched that one. That was a crazy game. The Hawks were down by 20 points at the end of the third quarter. They came back and got it, man. The Suns went cold. The Hawks started playing excellent perimeter defense. He also likes Booker's points to go over. Okay. Also, Drew Holiday is doubtful for tonight. How is that going to change the sort of the complexion of the game? He's been an excellent two-way player for the Blazers, even at his older age. Best of luck. Sports fan E8V. He said, yo, it's good, my guy. I played Wendell Carter over 3.5 points in the first quarter. He got it at plus 100. It's now minus 130. Hey, that's some decent CLV on the player props right there. I wish you the best of luck. I'll be rooting for you as we watch that one. What else you got tonight, sports fan? How'd you like that UFC card the other night? Jay Hunter said, what's your favorite bet of the night so far? Honestly, I can't really promote a singular favorite bet because I go by unit weighting. You know, I just go off the unit sizing, and that tends to translate, convey my confidence a bit. So quite a few one unit bets. I really do like the Grizzlies and the Spurs over though. I think we're going to get a decent amount of scoring there. I don't think we're going to get much defensive resistance either from the Grizzlies. Might be a game that hopefully we don't have to sweat in that one, but I do think we're going to get tons of points there. What's your favorite bet, Jay Hunter? Robert McCormick, welcome back to the chat. Yep, good evening and good luck to you, bro. Glad to see you guys. Hope you guys are all doing great. Yep, HFR, yep, Jalen Suggs is in. Jay Hunter said, smart evaluation of betting, bro. I'm getting gems from you. Thank you. Trying my best. Said he likes the Suns tonight. Yeah, that should be it could be a tight one there. The Blazers, you know, they had a very unsuccessful road trip coming home after a long haul there. They are a team that has the ability to win tonight, in my opinion. But without Drew Holiday in the lineup, I think it's going to be a bit difficult. I do think we're going to get decent games from Denny Avdia, possibly Booker as well. You might want to take a look at Mark Williams in this game. I do think Mark Williams has a decent matchup edge in this one. Donovan Clingan has been an improved player offensively, but defensively, he still leaves a bit to be desired, even though he's a huge presence in front of the rim. We know he's massive. He's like, 7'2". He does tend to be a bit flat-footed, a bit, defensively. I do think that Mark Williams is in prime position to have a decent game here for the Suns. So yeah, just going through some of the injury news. Keegan Murray is expected to make his season debut for the Kings on Thursday. But going into tonight's game, the Spurs are rolling with De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie, Harrison Barnes, and Luke Cornett. That's their starting lineup. The Warriors are rolling with Steph Curry, Moses Moody, who's been playing excellent, Will Richard, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond at the 5. Draymond at the 5 today to start the game. Jalen Suggs is in for the Magic. That should really help them, man. He was a bit rough just at the beginning, a bit behind at the beginning of the season. He missed a couple of games, but he's starting to really hit his stride. He's an excellent perimeter defender. You're going to need that tonight against the Warriors. This is a big-time positive sign for the Orlando Magic. Steve Kerr, head coach of the Warriors, said he's concerned about the increase in soft tissue injuries across the NBA. His medical staff believes the increased pace paired with the schedule has led to it. They believe the wear and tear, the speed, the pace, and the mileage is factoring into these injuries. I mean, we are seeing an increased amount of, compressed schedules in the NBA, largely due to new events like the NBA Cup. I know people are really, really hard on these athletes because of our bets and stuff. A lot of people want to call these guys soft, but an 82-game schedule is still grueling going up against some of the best athletes on earth. And then you couple that with a compressed schedule, it could be a recipe for disaster. Sports fan said he loved that UFC card. He played some good props. Okay, he came out on top. We'll look at this week's card later today. The Qatar card, yeah, let me know. Send me some plays. He likes Rui Hachimura to go over his points, rebounds, and assists tonight. He hasn't played it yet. We can take a look at that in a second. Definitely tailing that Grizzlies game over. Appreciate it. Yep. Appreciate you for being here, bro. Best of luck. Gold said Cavaliers, Rockets. Cavaliers over the Rockets tomorrow. Okay. I can definitely see that. Michigan State's up 21-17, everyone, against Kentucky. EM2C. Hola. Welcome to you as well, EM2C. Hola. Follow my channel if you're not. I appreciate you. Jay Hunter said Rui Hachimura's over 1.5 threes at minus 137. Okay. Best of luck, Jay Hunter. So yeah, if you're just joining the stream, these are my pregame picks. We do have a wave of college basketball games about to start. The only one that's going to start for us in a few minutes is George Mason. So hopefully George Mason handles their business and smashes. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, everyone. Smash that like button for me. Help the stream get to 30 likes. I really appreciate you. I'll have some live bets on the way. Smaller NBA card tonight. We have a big college basketball card. I have quite a few plays listed. We're going to see how they progress throughout the first half, the second half. So we do still have ample opportunity to live bet the slate. Help the stream get to 30 likes. Takes 1 second. I truly appreciate you. Jay Hunter said, Yep. You know about those road trips and coming back home, bro. Plus no Drew. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I can make an argument for the Blazers as well, just because of how, they were getting smacked around during that road trip. There were a couple of one-possession games that they could have won as well. Namely against the Heat, against the Magic, some tight games. To come back home with that bad taste in your mouth, maybe the Blazers jump out there early, but the Suns have been playing high-quality basketball. They've been covering spreads left and right. I do think it's a bit of a toss-up, but I can make a case for both sides. Tatu Spam, how's it going? Yeah, college basketball might have a worse gambling problem than the NBA at the moment because of I agree with you, because of the widespread nature of the markets, the sheer multitude of markets. It's much more difficult to police. We're there are tens of thousands of players. Like, come on. Player props involved with random schools being offered. So yeah, we do have George Mason. We have George Mason tipping off soon. They're playing against Jacksonville. I got -8.5. That line was on DraftKings. I don't use DraftKings too often, but this particular line was available on DraftKings. I do see it at -9.5 on other books. Hopefully that doesn't come into play, but they've been playing excellent defense. College basketball is a bit difficult to assess at the beginning of the season due to the small sample size and due to such high levels of roster turnover. But I do feel as though George Mason has a distinct matchup edge in this game, everyone. Warriors Magic tipping off in 10 minutes. Yeah, it got pumped. It got pumped, Jay Hunter. I bet that around, I'd say 2:30, 3 o'clock maybe. I think it actually just jumped up in the last like 30, 40 minutes though. There's some shady stuff going on with betting right now in college basketball. You have to make sure you're on the right side, but how can we determine what the right side is in some of these cases where the players are betting on the games, coaching staffs as well? Don't think it's just the players either. The coaching staffs are betting on these games. Not all of them, obviously, but there's some nefarious activity taking place in the college basketball ranks. I wouldn't be surprised if it's taking place in the women's college basketball world as well, due to the often overlooked nature of the sport. We see the popularity of that sport tends to increase closer to March Madness. We're seeing more lines widely available. Drew Holiday is out, everyone. A couple of seconds ago, Drew Holiday is out for the Blazers tonight. That's official. EM2C said Los Puntos in Orlando +2.5. He said, is that the right line? That is the line, +2.5. But is that the current line across books? Yeah, you still have Orlando Magic +3.5 on Bet365 right now. They are +2.5 on some of the other major books. We're patiently waiting to tip off in the Magic game, everyone. Magic Warriors. I have a few other notes from that one. These are just leans. Desmond Bane over 4.5 assists. Maybe you can take him for 4+ assists with something else. Also had a lean towards Franz Wagner's assists as well in that one. And Jimmy Butler's points over 19.5. So we have started in the George Mason game. More calf soreness, man. More calf soreness in the NBA with Drew Holiday. This is the game right here. George Mason against Jacksonville. -8.5 in the first half. Michigan State, man, they are up to a big, big lead for us early. It's still early, but they're doing their thing. If you're just joining the stream, these are my pregame picks. This is a live betting stream. I'll add more bets live during the games for you. If I put my own money on them, I'm not here to mislead anyone. I'm only here to share the bets that I have my money on. Michigan State are up 31-19 in the first half against the Kentucky Wildcats. That game started 30 minutes ago. George Mason just started. These are all men's college basketball picks, and the rest of them are all at 8 p.m. Eastern, so in about an hour from now. But a very positive start for the Michigan State Spartans. Go ahead and smash that like button for me, everyone. Help this stream get to 30 likes. At least 30 likes. I appreciate you. It helps more people see my live stream. 100% I appreciate it. But go ahead and take a second to smash that like button for me while you are here on the YouTube stream. Yes, sir. The juice. Sparty looking good. The Spartans are looking good. Tattoo Spam said Rick Pitino was right. Those super fringe bets with player props gotta go. I'm a big time sports bettor. I'm really into it. Even I'm a proponent of getting rid of college props. I just think that, you know, it just doesn't feel right. It feels slimy. Now, the NCAA did rule recently that college athletes are allowed. Formally, they are allowed to bet on professional sports, but they are not allowed to bet on college sports. So, to me, that just opens up a Pandora's box, because we all understand how human psychology is in the modern age with these apps so prevalent within arm's reach 24/7. You're asking a college athlete, you're telling a college athlete that they're allowed to bet on pro sports, but they're not allowed to bet on college sports. So you're asking them to restrain themselves, to withhold the urge when they open their sportsbook app. You can click on this section of the sportsbook app, NBA, NHL, NFL picks, but you're not allowed to click on any of these college sports, so it's just, you're opening up a, yes, M2C, I have a Discord. I'll drop it in the chat for you, EM2C, but definitely follow me here on the channel, brother. I'll drop that link. John Bennett said, yeah, Michigan State, they're up by 13. They're at the free throw line. Kentucky's about to shoot 2 as well. The Juice 33 said, do you like Coward's over 9.5 rebounds and assists? I like his PRA overall. Yeah, I like the points category by itself, rebounds a category by itself, assist category by itself, or any of them in unison. I went ahead and went for the PRA in total because I do think, maybe things could even out there. But definitely he should feature heavily in tonight's game after a bit of a down period. The Juice said Texas A&M full game was a lock. I'm on first half, man. I hope we both cash. 100%. Jay said there's a lot of gambling going on in college. You got to cover those nils somehow. That nil money. Tattoo Spam said he's on. That was funny, Jay. Tattoo Spam said he's on Jalen Suggs 2+3s. Okay. Golden State Warriors versus Orlando Magic. Yeah, the Juice, I'm with you with the bounce back. The Texas A&M, nasty second half. Nasty against Central Florida. George Mason's up 7-0. Let's go. Who took that with me? Hopefully we're not in for a big sweat, but We're on it. We're on it. We need that. Warriors Magic tipping off in 2 minutes. Shout out to all you guys. Thanks for the well wishes. Thanks for the positivity. You know, was going through with my stomach, with my health. I'm sure you guys saw my post here on the channel. Thanks for the positivity, the positive vibes. Make sure you guys always take care of your health first and foremost. Be there for your family. And also, don't ever bet more than you can afford to lose, okay? But let's try and win as much as we can tonight. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get this Warriors Magic game on the screen in front of me. As always, if there are any live bets to place, I will place them on the board for you. It's time to sweat. It's time to sweat some games. Time for me to go ahead and get this Warriors game on the screen. Let's go ahead and see what we can see what we can find in game, possibly. Decent start for George Mason. As I said, keep an eye on this team going forward. They do have an elite defense, everyone. They're holding their opponents to under 40% shooting overall from the field. They also don't make too many mistakes in terms of putting their opponents on the free throw line. So that's a positive as well. Touchdown in the Northern Illinois game. If you guys are on that, shout out to everyone that rode with me in college football with that Georgia-Texas under on Saturday. Timeout in the George Mason game. Two more NBA games tipping off in 30 minutes. Franz Wagner, first basket for the Orlando Magic. If you're just joining the stream, one more time, these are my pregame bets. Maybe you can take a screenshot. These are my pregame bets. These two are on now. I'm watching Golden State Warriors versus Orlando Magic. Looking for more live betting opportunities. Michigan State's off to a decent start. George Mason just started a few minutes ago. Too early to tell there. I'm Myguyknowsaguy. This is my sports betting channel. Pre-game bets, in-game live bets. We do it all here. Smash that like button for me and subscribe to my channel while you're here. Follow my channel. Thanks a lot. Okay, I'm watching Magic Warriors. What game are you guys watching? You guys watching college football, NHL, NBA, college basketball? What are you guys on today? Drop your picks in the chat. We have a great chat here. Very sharp minds in the chat. I appreciate all of you. Moses Moody at the free throw line here. Jalen Suggs with a early foul. He hits the first. You're saying Pete's pick is off to a bad start? Sports fans said the gambling problem is also serious in the UFC. Fighters have contracts with bookies, but are not allowed to bet on fights. Isaac Dulgarian case where he was a favorite on the line, flipped a lot of money, came in for his opponent. I was watching that. I was monitoring that situation last week as it sort of bubbled up to the forefront of the mainstream media. And it exposed a lot of these structural issues with the UFC's gambling policies. In the fight world in general, betting has always been prevalent in boxing and MMA. You know, UFC fighters were allowed to bet on their own fights, bet on themselves until recently. Some outdated policies, but in boxing, they're still allowed to because there is no centralized, unified governing body in boxing. I can only imagine how much corruption is taking place in boxing. No joke. I remember the Devin Haney-Ryan Garcia fight. Ryan Garcia was openly flexing about how much he bet on the fight because he was technically allowed to. You know? Said he came up on like $10 million spread around different offshore books in the Devin Haney fight last summer. Pretty decent start here. Steph Curry with a big three. Nice move from Desmond Bane right there. Things are opening up now. Big block for Franz Wagner. Did he block that with two hands? Did he block that with two hands? Yeah, Bane is really active here. Oh, Bane's going back to the free throw line. I thought that was going to drop. Take flight, George Mason. We have George Mason minus 8.5 in the first half, everyone. That's the line I got. It did close at minus 9.5. Let's see how it goes. Keep an eye on this George Mason team this season. An excellent defensive team. Shout out to you guys. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Thank you. Tatu Span said the Blazers are going to fall off fast. They remind me of last year's Rockets. Okay. The Juice said major bounce back after what happened. Yeah, the Texas A&M game, but we talked about that. He said Tony Skin's a great coach. Okay. How you guys feel about this early start from the Magic? What game are you guys watching? Let me know. Right now we have George Mason, first half, minus 8.5 pending. We have Michigan State, plus 4.5 on the spread as well. Both of those are on for us. We have a few more bets for later on. Those are my bets for today. Maybe you guys can take a screenshot there. Come on, George Mason. Another timeout. Decent energy for the Magic to start this one. Everybody drop your best bets in the chat. Let me see what you guys are on for tonight. John Bennett said Rutgers first half -7. Best of luck. You've been on it too. The Jew said Columbia was his best bet for college. Well, what was the line? A 3-pointer for Draymond Green. Suggs had a decent opportunity there. He missed off the curl. The Warriors have already made 3 threes in this one. Moses Moody with a decent steal. Draymond just made back-to-back threes. Back-to-back threes for Draymond Green. Second half, okay. -4.5 to Juice. Thanks for sharing. Tons of stoppage in this George Mason game, but we need them to go ahead and take flight. Jalen Suggs makes up for that previous error with a decent shot right there. Mid-range jumper. Okay, Draymond had a big breakfast today. Leading scorer for the Warriors right now, Draymond Green. Turnover, Desmond Bane. Not much offensively for Franz here. Yeah, hasn't really had the ball in his hands much, actually. I'm watching it. A lot of Desmond Bane, Jalen Suggs action here. Free throws on the way for Jimmy Butler, and it's a foul on Franz there. Come on, George Mason. Hugo Ocampo said he's on the Warriors -3 and the over 223. Best of luck, Hugo. My brother, welcome back. Yeah, I think Draymond's line was for him to hit 1-3. Maybe like -140 or something. I have to go back and check. Okay, so we're getting some decent energy here from Jacksonville. Gonna need George Mason to take flight. I mean, I would never recommend anyone to take Jalen Duren's rebounds under. He is definitely one of the most improved players in the NBA this season. He's always had the talent, actually. But, you know, they've adjusted his lines to the point where it's going to be a sweat just about every game. Wolf Cotto. But as I said before to you, I'm not really the biggest rebounds guy in the NBA. I like points, assists, threes. I do think that there's a random element to rebounds that is a bit more difficult to quantify on a consistent basis. But some players like Jalen Duren, Domantas Sabonis, even Andre Drummond, they've been consistent. Did you bet it, and what was the line? A few more likes, everyone. Help this stream get to 8. Not 8, sorry. Help this stream get to at least 30 likes. We're almost there. We're almost there. Take a second to smack that like button while you're here. It really does help the stream. It helps my videos. Probably have some live bets on the way. If you're just joining the stream and want to see my early action, here you go. Michigan State's on right now. George Mason's on right now. A few half-unit player props as well in the NBA. Goga Bitadze with a big block there. Jalen Suggs dives in the lane. Missed floater opportunity for Franz Wagner, but Goga Bitadze with the putback dunk there. All over Al Horford. Okay, the perimeter defense, they might need a timeout, the Magic, another timeout, because the perimeter defense, this is what I'm seeing visually. The perimeter defense for the Magic is not there early on. This is something that we expect them to be a net positive in with Jalen Suggs in the lineup, especially. But the Warriors are hitting a lot of threes here. It's a tie game, but the Warriors are working a bit. They don't have to work as hard. Okay, rebound here. Goga Bitadze is having a decent quarter. Okay, Tristan Da Silva, shout out to you for cashing with us here on the stream the other day. Tristan Da Silva and the Magic take a 3-point lead. It's a great basketball game so far. Five-point lead for George Mason. The clock's starting to go against us here. We need them to take off. Tristan Da Silva. I'm a fan of his game. Okay, Tristan Da Silva's hooping. Goga Bitadze is having an above-average game as well to start. One second, everyone. Just checking something. As always, if I place any live bets here on the stream, I'll put them up on the board for you. Right here, I'll add them here as live bets at the bottom. Hit that like button for me, everyone. I appreciate you. We're almost there. Let's get to 30 likes. Live bets on the way. Watching a pretty exciting game here between the Golden State Warriors and the Orlando Magic. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully they can pull off for us, George Mason. So we're seeing a couple of different dynamics play out here early on in the Golden State Warriors Orlando Magic game. The Magic, the perimeter defense of the Magic got off to a poor start. The Warriors are hot from three here. But on the other side of the court, the Warriors are not playing effective interior defense. They're not protecting the rim. The Magic are pretty much getting whatever they want in front of the rim here. And even on second chance opportunities, offensive rebounding edge here for the Magic. Goga Bitadze has been really, really active. Tristan da Silva has been active as well. Desmond Bane, we're seeing a very active Orlando Magic team make a concerted effort to get easy baskets here at the rim. I like what I'm seeing from the Magic early on, but if they want to get a result here, they're going to have to clean things up on the defensive side of things on the perimeter here and close out a bit stronger, defending these actions on the perimeter from the Warriors, because the Warriors are hot from three right here. So we're seeing things play out positively for both teams in different ways. But who's going to clamp down and play effective defense as this game progresses? Another three for a three for Wendell Carter Jr. there out of the timeout. And that's a 7-point lead for the Orlando Magic. Very, very positive start for them. And he was wide open too. Al Horford wasn't able to close out in time. 7-point lead for George Mason University. We do have them to in the first half, -8.5, everyone. Shout out to you guys. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Hopefully George Mason can go ahead and take flight here for us. Tyus Jones in the game. Hey, Beat Bookie Bulldog. How's it going, brother? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. That boy Will. Hope we're doing great as well, man. Thanks for coming through, brother. Day one for real right there. Nowhere Seas said they took an assist away from Draymond. Bet365 said he had one and put 5.5 for his live line, but now he has 0 on the lines, 3.5. I do like his assists over 3.5 if it's at a decent price. Thanks for sharing that live look. He's been hot with the live looks in the chat, everyone. Keep an eye out for Nowhere Seas. John Bennett as well. Beat Bookie as well. That boy, hey Will. This is the real app. It's a mobile app. It's a scores app on your phone. The real app. Real sports. Just real. Yeah, sports fan. Another gem shared in the chat. He shared Wendell Carter first quarter points over 3.5 points, everyone. That's a winner after that Wendell Carter 3. Great job. Great job, sports fan. Hey, man, the Magic are off to a great start here. Very positive. If you bet the Magic in any form here, on their spread money line, very positive Very positive start here for the Magic. They look active. Free throws coming for Jimmy. And George Mason runs it up to a 12-point lead for us. If you're just joining, no, I didn't take any props in this one. These are my pregame bets, everyone. These are my pregame bets. 4 NBA pregame bets, a full unit bet on the Grizzlies Spurs over, and 3 player props for a half unit each. I have college basketball picks. Both of these are to win 1 unit each. We're off to a decent start with Michigan State. They're up big at halftime. I think they're up by 11. Plus 4.5, full game there. George Mason is a first half bet. Okay? So minus 8.5 in the first half together. Let's if you guys were here before this at the beginning of the stream, you guys know that that's what I'm on. And yeah, let's try to get this. Let's try to get this. Go ahead and smash that like button for me, everyone. Subscribe to the channel as well. Share your bets in the chat. I'm rooting for all of us. Don't bet the whole bankroll, though. No, Tristan da Silva, man, he's going to be a decent look long term, but the Warriors, I mean, I like what I've seen from their defense over the last couple of days. Wasn't really into betting too many player props against them while they seem to be motivated right now. But as you can see, their defense is not playing very well in the paint in this game to start. And that's a turnover for the Magic. Jonathan Isaac stepped out of bounds in the corner. I am watching that game. I'll watch a couple of games at one time. We have 2 more NBA games tipping off in 4 minutes, everyone. I didn't talk about that Celtics-Nets game. The Nets are at home in Barclays Center. And we have the Pistons against the Atlanta Hawks. Cade Cunningham is back in the lineup. So is Azur Thompson. So, yeah. I'll watch all 3 of those games simultaneously in just a couple of minutes. Shout out to you guys. Big 3 right there from the logo. Steph Curry. From the logo. Just as time was about to expire. Desmond Bane misses a half-court heave there. Logo 3 over Jonathan Isaac. That was nice. About 35 feet. Stutters, how you doing, brother? How's it going? He said he's on the Magic minus 2.5 in the first half and over 59.5 first half plus 410 together. Looks really good right now. Come on through and share those picks earlier on. You know, looks like you're about to get them, and I hope you get both. Good looks right there, Strutters. Sports fan said he's taking Derek White next over 1.5 first quarter assists plus 110. Let's go. Let's ride, sports fan. I'll ride with you. Let's go. The juice, the chat is popping off. The bets are flowing right now. You guys are winning all your early bets. The juice 33 cash. Steph Curry over 4.5 assists. Cashes in the first quarter. Amazing. Wolf Cotto said Lucas points tonight. I don't think it's a bad bet. I'm on Jake LaRavia, but I don't think it's a bad bet. You know, let's wait to see. You guys let me know if LeBron gets confirmed, okay? You guys let me know if they confirm LeBron. Tons of stuff going on. Let's try to win as many bets as possible together, everyone. Nice to see Paolo Banchero sitting on the bench supporting the team. I'll never forget a few years ago at the Miami Grand Prix in F1 when the F1 reporter saw Paolo Banchero like just months after he was drafted. No, like I think it was after his rookie season. And he was running after him with the microphone because he thought it was Patrick Mahomes. And he was running after him saying, Patrick. And Banchero just played it off. Like, he didn't even say, I'm not Patrick Mahomes. It was crazy. He just, like, did the interview and walked away. That was crazy. Not sure if you guys remember that little viral moment. Sharp stuff here, man. George Mason's up by 10. The book seemed to set us a very sharp line for this one. Very sharp. We do also have Michigan State. Everyone, this is a full game bet. They're up by 17 at halftime. We do have Michigan State plus 4.5. People who were here at the beginning of the stream definitely caught that one with me. Hopefully they hold on here. We do see some fishy things happen in the second half of some of these college basketball games. Neutral site game there. They're playing in Madison Square Garden. And the second quarter has started for the Warriors and the Magic. We are just about to tip off with the Pistons-Hawks game and the Celtics-Nets game. We've seen some very high scores between the Hawks and the Pistons over the years. Strutter said Zaire Williams over 5.5 3-point attempts. It's a very specific bet right there. I hope you get that. I think you might be onto something. Noah Sees says Pritchard's been chucking threes. I can see Derek White's assists going way over in the first quarter. Let's roll. Let's roll a sports fan. Win or lose, let's keep it going. It's all about the next play. I did say before the game, if you were here on the stream, that I did lean towards Jimmy Butler's points over 19.5. But I didn't bet it, man. So what? So me repeating that is probably pointless, right? I picked my spots for today. But Jimmy's on one today. Little alley-oop there over Desmond Bane. Wolf Cotto, how do you feel about Luka Doncic points tonight? The Juice. Yeah, Izzo's got his kids playing great early in the season. They usually don't get it going until January. They have a crazy, crazy edge on the offensive rebounds. Hugo Ocampo says Celtics under 223. Thanks for sharing, brother. Scott Archer, welcome back. Welcome back, Scott Archer. Nice to see you. George Mason's up by 10. The Magic take a 3-point lead on a Tyus Jones 3 right there. We need George Mason first half minus 8.5. Looks like we're in for a sweaty finish. Sweaty. Michigan State does look good though. A layup there for Jacksonville, and it's an 8-point game. Free throws on the way for Anthony Black, a player that I'm a fan of his game as well. Always a fan of players that play hard on both sides of the court. He's a great defender. And he seems to be coming into his own offensively. The Juice said he took Jordan Walsh over 5.5 rebounds. Let's roll. You guys go ahead and smash that like button for me. Need a few more likes, everyone. Need a few more likes. Help me get there. Ten-point lead for George Mason. Jimmy, it's the Jimmy show today. 14 first half points, and we're 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Jimmy is playing great over the last couple of games, over the last 3 games or so. Jimmy Butler, he's back. We're going to need George Mason to make both of these free throws here so we can cash. High-scoring game in Orlando today. High-scoring game. Higher than a lot of people probably anticipated, but we're seeing this Magic team start to get used to playing without Paolo Banchero. We have tipped off in the Boston Celtics Brooklyn Nets game. The Nets are 10-point favorites on the road. Pistons Hawks has tipped off as well. So I'll go ahead and get to those on the screen for you guys. We might have a few live bets on the way as some of these early college basketball games reach halftime. If you're just joining the stream, these are my pregame bets for today in the NBA and college basketball. I will assess the NHL board as well. Shout out to you guys for the positive vibes. It's supposed to be John Morant and Wemby right here. But NBC has to promote De'Aaron Fox and Jaren Jackson Jr. instead. 11-point lead for George Mason. Come on, hold on, George Mason. 1 minute left, everyone. 1 minute left. We need George Mason minus 8.5 in the first half. Some of the people in the chat took minus 9.5. I'm not watching that one, but I have the live scores on the screen. Substitutions here. Steph Curry's back on the court. Al Horford's coming in. Gary Payton's in for the Warriors. It's a 7-point lead for the Magic. Explosive start for the Magic. The Juice said his true degen bet of the day is the Detroit Mercy money line to get their first win of the season. It's still early. Might be onto something. Anthony Black is very aggressive to start this game. I love what I'm seeing from his development so far this year. For him and Tristan da Silva. Nice little layup, cut to the basket right there for Gary Payton to sort of mitigate some of this damage here. Timeout, Jacksonville here. 18 seconds left in the first half. Those are my pregame bets. If you're just joining the chat, welcome to you guys. Welcome, everyone. Jalen Suggs makes the first free throw. Second half is well underway. Michigan State and Kentucky Michigan State's up by 17. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'll post my college basketball bets earlier for you guys. If you didn't know, make sure you turn notifications on here on the channel because I uploaded a video with these college basketball picks in a separate video. Or it was a pretty short video earlier in the day. So I'm gonna post pregame picks on the channel, then I'll come live in the evening. Live stream. Definitely turn notifications on. A lot of these early games are reaching the half here. Franz Wagner steal, Euro step to the basket. He gets fouled by Gary Payton. 2 free throws on the way for Franz Wagner. Excellent start. Excellent start here for the Warriors. Hey, is my stream stuttering for you guys or what? Whoa, they scored with 2 seconds left. Let's go, George Mason. Now play D. We've reached the half. We cashed. We cashed. George Mason. First half. -8.5 is our first winner of the live stream. Congratulations to anyone who bet this with me. They are up by 11 points at the half. We don't care what happens in the rest of this game. Unless you're a George Mason fan, which is highly unlikely. George Mason -8.5 is a winner. Let me know if you guys hit that in the chat. Smash that like button for me. Oh yeah, the juice, if you care, if you took a full game too, they should go ahead and crush these guys. We're out of here though. We're out of here. 11-point lead for the Magic. Pistons up to a quick 8-point lead. Tristan Da Silva with 10 first half points. Tristan Da Silva, you guys remember, I was on him early. Not for today. I'm talking about season long as a potential breakout player this season. Winner, George Mason. I think we're going to win this one too. George Mason is a winner though. We are winners early. Let's try to get the rest of these bets. George Mason is up by 11 points. Michigan State are up by 15 points. And we have +4.5. Love what I'm seeing from them with their defensive intensity in this game, but their offense is really roaring here. Timeout Warriors, Tristan Da Silva putting pressure on him. Yes, sir, Strutters, let's go Magic. That boy Will said the Warriors are getting the belt. Yes, they are. They are. Still plenty of time, but they are getting the pace. The Magic have increased their pace dramatically in this game. Yeah, Trevor, you're 100% right. So we have a few more bets on the way, everyone, that are about to start. We have a few bets that are about to start. The Detroit Mercy are up, bro. The Jews, Detroit's up in the college basketball. Texas A&M's about to start. First half minus 9.5. If you want to bet with me, SMU first half is about to start. Minus 20.5. They're playing Arkansas Pine Bluff. Minnesota first half minus 14.5. They're playing against Chicago State, the hopeless Chicago State. Army. This is probably the most controversial bet on the entire board. Army. It won't be a very popular bet. I understand if you want to skip this one, but I'm rolling with my system, especially earlier in the season. Plus 10.5. So they're underdogs. Okay. In the first half. Each one of these bets is a first half bet. And then we have Arkansas against Winthrop at minus 9.5 in the first half. No, minus 12.5 in the first half. Okay. All 5 of these are starting in 4 minutes. If you guys are here enjoying yourself on the stream, smash that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. Follow the channel while you're here. Really appreciate it. It's a 16-point lead for Michigan State. We're trying to come out on top today. Have a few NBA bets about to start as well in about 14 minutes. So we're going to be all over the place in a few minutes. Let me scan the board for some live college basketball bets. Let me scan the board for some live college basketball bets. It's a 12-point lead for the Magic, and Franz Wagner is going back to the free throw line. Luke Kennard tightens things up just a bit here for the Hawks. They're down by 4 at home, though. Cade is back in the building. Let's see how this game progresses. Shout out to you guys, man. I'm rooting for you guys. I'm rooting for you. I am scanning the board. If you guys want to get those bets, and I'll put them back on the screen. These 5 that are highlighted are starting in 2 minutes, everyone. We are ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Goga Batadze came to play today. Okay, we're ready to roll. 3 threes for Steph Curry. He's awake. 2 assists for Draymond here. The Warriors are hanging around, but the Magic have looked impressive early on. Let's see how this progresses. If you're just joining the stream, I noted how early on it looked like the Magic were making a concerted effort to drive to the rim here. The Warriors were not offering much resistance in front of the rim defensively. The Magic were taking advantage, also forcing quite a few turnovers, getting out and running in transition. But the Warriors have been hot from 3 in this first half. The Magic, if they want to go ahead and secure this win in the second half, they're going to have to close out defensively on the 3-point line to hold this lead here. The Magic are up by 9, but it feels like this game is a bit closer. But let's see how things go. How are your player props doing, everyone? How are your picks doing? Yeah, the last 2 minutes haven't been good for the Magic. Let's see how they look coming out of this timeout. Trevor said he needs the Warriors to come through. Shout out to you, Trevor. Welcome back. Noah C says, you think Steve Kerr does anything fishy with lineups after his comments on injuries and scheduling today? Man, I've seen it all with Steve Kerr. Anything can happen with Steve Kerr. He's liable to bench any one of his players at any moment. Noah C's. Strutter says, I'd even do a third quarter. Oh, I said I was going to... 1 second. I said I was going to look at the live board for college basketball. See if we can place any live bets. Help this stream get a couple more likes, everyone. I appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel. J Main, how's it going? J Main 34. My brother, welcome back. Curry, the Juice said Curry uses a Keno machine to choose his lineups. He's on some mad scientists. Definitely a mad scientist with the lineups. Maniacal. Oh, it rimmed out. Nice move. Nice pump fake from Desmond Bain right there to create a wide open 3 right there, but it just rimmed out. More free throws for Jimmy. Jimmy's trying to drop 20 in the first half, everyone. Jimmy's here. Jimmy's back. Jimmy was motivated by those comments last week from Draymond. He took it to heart. Okay, nothing live just yet for college basketball. There's something I was eyeing right here, which was the Providence game. They're up by 7. I do have in my notes to maybe jump on them, but the pregame line I think was -29. Got to be careful in college basketball to make sure nothing happened that you missed under the surface. You guys ready to watch Zach Edey? You guys ready to watch Zach Edey tonight? The Grizzlies? Celtics beat writer said the Celtics are getting outworked. Who's watching Celtics versus Nets? J-Man said Kerr's definitely crazy. Stutter said that's what happens when you're stuck with Draymond. Yeah, you have to experiment. Every day is an experiment with Draymond. The Jew said it's maddening for sure trying to project minutes for Warriors players. It's definitely a challenge. Jimmy Buckets, it has arrived. Jimmy and Steph are shouldering the load. I'll be honest, if the Warriors want to win here, they're going to need more. Some of these other role players to step up, though. John Bennett said that the Celtics are starting to hit their threes. Okay. Let's go. The Juice said he's got Zach Edey over 10.5 points tonight. Okay, no Wemby out there. Strutter said the Magic gave up. Skyhawks only down by 3 at the half. The Juice, Pusha P, hot from the arc. Okay. Hey, my brother, Jer, man. How's it going, bro? Really happy to see you, man. Hope everything's all right with you. Welcome back, man. These are my pregame bets. If I add any live bets, they'll be at the bottom. I'll type them out for you guys, okay? Who do I like in the Duke-Kansas matchup? Man, it's tough, man. Peterson, he's out. Peterson's out. Yeah, everything's well. Everything's well. Had a bit of a scare with my stomach the other day. No, but I went to the hospital, got things checked out, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. So it's actually very surprising. I asked them what are the only things I can eat with gastritis. They said I have gastritis. They said that the only sweets that you can eat that are actually recommended to eat are ice cream and pure milk chocolate. Everything else that's like gummies, candies, stuff like that, don't eat any of that stuff. But so I was actually surprised to learn that. Always trying to learn. I wanted to take Kansas with the points tonight, man, but Duke's 4-0 against the spread. What am I missing? The Warriors tightened up. The Warriors were down by 12, 13 points. There's a 3-point game. Trevor's on it. It can be hard to stay away from, bro. Steph Curry with 4 threes in the first quarter. We're about to tip off in the Grizzlies game, everyone. We need that over. We need that over. As long as Michigan State holds on, we've cashed our first 2 college basketball bets, but we're still in the trenches. We still have quite a long way to go. So we're ready to roll with the Magic game. We're approaching the half here. A much stronger second quarter for the Warriors here, particularly in the second half of the second quarter. The Juice said, yeah, Curry with his hit 4 threes in the first half. Let's see if the Magic can get back to what was working for them towards the beginning of the second quarter here in the second half, or will the Warriors, the star power of the Warriors, impose themselves in this one? Drop your bets in the chat, everyone. We're rolling with college basketball right now. We're sweating with college basketball right now. $12 points for Desmond Bane. Positive early performance. Thought the Warriors were in the bonus there. No? 3 fouls on Jalen Suggs. It's notable to share that. He is going to the bench with the, and we've reached the, no, we still have about a minute left. Sorry, I thought it was less time than that on the clock. Had my page cropped, but now I can see the clock here. About 40 seconds here. Moses Moody misses a corner 3 attempt. Excellent defensive closeout from Desmond Bane there. Jimmy Butler misses a layup after the Anthony Black missed transition 3. And now Anthony Black makes up for it and pushes the lead back up to 7 points for the Magic. Anthony Black, Tristan da Silva, breakout player candidates for this season. This is what I'm on pregame. Big offensive half for the Magic. A great half. We've reached the half right there. A great half for the Orlando Magic role players. The Golden State Warriors defense is leaving a lot to be desired here. And we've tipped off in the Spurs Grizzlies game, everyone. Gonna need this one to go over. Oh, Cedric Coward first basket. Let's go. Let's go. We have Cedric Coward over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. It's a great start to the game. Let's get some points. Points here. Over 233.5. We're cheering for all buckets here. Jalen Wells, 3. Quick 6-0 lead for the Grizzlies. Sorry. I still have the Magic game. Let me mute the Magic game. I'm going to turn that game on right now. The Grizzlies game. No Stephon Castle. No Wemby. No Ja. I still think it goes over. So I do have the game on. Grizzlies Spurs. Nice little move from De'Aaron Fox, but Jalen Wells is right there. He's an above average perimeter defender. He's there to slow De'Aaron Fox down. Looks like he's following him around as well. Cedric Coward. He picks up his dribble. Throws it back out to Jaren Jackson Jr., who scores an easy floater over Julian Champagnie, who is half of his size. Let's call it what it is. A quick timeout for the San Antonio Spurs, and the Grizzlies jump out to an 8-0 lead. The Juice said the Celtics have stopped playing with their food. Okay. Yep, they're up by 3. J-Main 34 said Cedric Coward over 5.5 rebounds. Harrison Barnes 3+ threes. Spurs first quarter money line. Best of luck, brother. Scott Arch 633. says he's tossing some money on the Golden State Warriors third quarter team total under 57.5. Think things might see some regression there, eh? Some regression. That was a blazing start for the Grizzlies. They're on national TV tonight. They're not trying to get embarrassed against a shorthanded team. Another shorthanded team. Seems like at least half of the teams in the NBA are shorthanded at the moment. Health is the name of the game, as you know. Long grind ahead, 82-game schedule. How do you guys feel about these games? Kyle Filipovsky of the Jazz is out. Help the stream get a few more likes, everyone. We are sweating. We're sweating right now. Okay, SMU's up by 10. Early on. Still need more, though. Minnesota's up by 9. Hopefully we get a few of these results here. We already won with George Mason. We have a great chance to win here with Michigan State plus 4.5 full game. That was the only full game bet. The rest of them are first half bets. Michigan State full game plus 4.5. They're up by 14 with 6 minutes left in the second half. It was an NBA mode. And there's a delay in the start of the Army-Cornell game. There's a delay. This game was supposed to start 15 minutes ago. It has not started. Isaiah Collier might be a bet almost every night, the Juice. He's a player that he defies regression. J-Main34 said crazy. I don't know how these players are hurt all the time. It is crazy, though. Do I think the late game between the Suns and the Blazers goes over? I think there's a decent chance it goes over. It's kind of a high total, though. I'm actually leaning towards the under with that high total there, J-Man, just to be honest. I know Drew Holiday's out, but this is a Blazers team that might try to take the game to them tonight. The only one that hasn't started right now is Jake LaRavia and Army. The rest of them are all on now. These ones all just started, except for Army. All just started 15 minutes ago. No, these ones. Yeah. So I'm going to try to get into some live betting action for you guys. As you guys know, I only share what I actually have my money on, and I'm here. I'm not going to force anything, but I do anticipate at least a couple of live bets here. Rebound Cedric Coward right there. Welcome back, Zay. Cedric Coward just missed a nice little what looked like an easy mid-range jump shot. The Grizzlies are getting great looks here, man. The Pistons are jumping out there. They're up by 14, everyone. I know a lot of people in the chat have action in that game. So that was an and one on the 3 opportunity, a 4-point play opportunity for Julian Champagny in the Spurs-Grizzlies game to sort of even things out here early on. Waiting for the Magic Warriors game to start the second half as well. I know a lot of people in the chat are invested in that game. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, everyone. Subscribe and hit that like button for me. Let's see if we can get this stream to 40 likes. Cedric Howard's been active. He's not really scoring, but he's been active to start the game. He's definitely dominating ball possession here. Missed an open three, Cedric Howard just there. He's been given the green light tonight. He's been given the green light. Cam Spencer's in. Cedric Howard's out. Cedric Howard is now going to the bench right now. And Jaren Jackson is being subbed out as well. Santi Aldama and Cam Spencer have entered the game. 20-point lead for Michigan State. 9-point lead for Texas A&M. 12-point lead for SMU with 11 minutes left in both of those games in the first half. 10-point lead for Minnesota. 11 minutes left in the first half there. Strange result right now with Arkansas and Winthrop. Arkansas is down by 5. Arkansas is down by 5. Zach Edey with 4 quick points. Off the Jalen Wells assist right there. Let's see what Cam Spencer can do here. Sorry about that. Dropped my phone on the keyboard. Thanks. Jaren Jackson Jr. He rolled his ankle. Let's see how that. Holy. Live play beat Bookie Bulldog in the chat. SMU under 73.5 in the first half. J Main said, I'm cooked in that Orlando game. He took Butler's points under. That's a tough one there. He's taking all the him and Steph took all the shots. The Juice said unreal Calipari. I know, man. And Winthrop is good, man, but I thought the odds were telling there. I'm on Arkansas first half. It does not look like a good bet right now. They would really have to just snap for like 11 minutes. It didn't look that bad. It didn't look that bad. Might be tons more action to Edey here. But Edey's on a minutes limit, though. Minutes restriction. Zay said the Warriors second half. I'm not taking it tonight, no. Might look for a better spot to take the Warriors. Arkansas is down by 1. Jeremy Sohan with the 3 right there. The confident 3. Confident. Pretty long halftime here for the Warriors game. What you guys think? Pistons are playing excellent. What do you guys think? JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year, Pistons? What are we betting? Coach of the Year, JB Bickerstaff. Is that a lock? Yeah, the Juice. I thought the same. No overseas. Yep. Thanks for that. About Jaren Jackson. For 7. His line was 6.5 earlier. Jake LaRavia over 6.5 points. Zay, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. Free throws coming for Kelly Olynyk here. Whoa, he just got a layup, stole the inbound pass. Back to Vassell. It's a foul on Jack Landale. Kelly Olynyk, man, we know he's a very active player in bursts over the course of his career. They're going to need that as they lack depth with Wemby out of the lineup. We need points here. Quick little run for the Hawks. That's a 6-0 run there. Got some more peppermint tea. Cam Spencer 3, we need that. Ooh. That's a 4-point play for Cam Spencer. He let that rip. Cam Spencer, national champion. He got it off. I am not a fan of Reggie Miller as a commentator. I never have been. Reggie Miller is very annoying to listen to as an NBA commentator. He's one of the most annoying commentators in all of sports, actually. It's just my opinion. Great basketball player. Horrible, horrible commentator. He sounds like he has a vested interest, when you listen to the games. Like he's actively rooting against players and teams as an in-game commentator on neutral, nationally televised broadcasts. He's bad, Will. He's bad. Great player, though, Can't take anything away from his legacy on the court, But after everyone left TNT and Shaq and Charles Barkley and them went to ESPN, and I was reading about how NBC is putting their broadcasting team together, and I saw Reggie Miller join them. I was like, man, oh my goodness. There were a lot of people they could have picked up. I'm not saying I want analytics and boring, informative stuff. I love analytics, but I'm just saying some of the stuff that he says is so cringe. Just listen to him. Second half is here. Will Richard is at the free throw line. So let me get this game back on. Zay said I clutched with Mark Andrews over 27.5 and Bo Nix on Sunday. I did better with the late slate than the early slate. I'll say that. On Sunday for everyone that was here during the live stream. The Juice said a push a P with another 3. Let's go. I hope you guys catch all these bets. Free throws for Wendell Carter here. Ooh, Jeremy Sohan. Gonna need some more scoring here, though. We're on the over. Over 233. What do you guys think? Are the Warriors going to come and take this, or the Magic have this one in the bag? Let me know in the chat who wins tonight, Magic or Warriors. He didn't come back in. Jaren Jackson didn't come back in. I'm looking at the bench. I think he's sitting on the bench, though. Trevor said the Warriors are making him mad. Zay said the Warriors are going to win. John Bennett said Warriors are going to win. Norris C says I want Golden State to fight for this because I have a nice fade trend on them tomorrow. Okay. Projecting ahead, looking forward. That boy Will said the Warriors are going to take it too. They're down by 10, guys. They're down by 10. Hugo Ocampo said Warriors. If you guys did bet on, I'm rooting for you. Nothing for me in that one. Pistons up by 13 against the Hawks there. Cade back in the lineup. Celtic protecting a slim 5-point lead. The Juice said, "Here come the Peacocks." What's going on? Michigan State blew Kentucky out. Who had that? I like the points, plus 4.5, but whoa. Some of these other games are looking kind of sweaty though, man. We're gonna need some good fortune here down the stretch. Really low scoring game here, the Grizzlies and the Spurs. To start. Hopefully things take off in the second quarter. Jimmy Butler's up to 18. $16-point lead for SMU. 11-point lead for Minnesota. And they're about to shoot 2 free throws. The Army game has tipped off. There was a delay in that game. The Army game has tipped off, everyone. Yeah, Jimmy Butler he was trolling, but he told Buddy Hield he's never passing him the ball again. I just saw that too. A few of these bets are looking kind of sweaty. Franz Wagner. Big time player. Minnesota might be in range. SMU might be in range. Army just started. Arkansas will be a loss in all likelihood. And Texas A&M's letting Montana hang around here. Quick little 4-point outburst right there for the Warriors. 13-point game in the Pistons game approaching halftime there. We know that game started a bit later. Cedric Howard had 3 points and 1 rebound to start the game. We're going to need more from Cedric. Cam Spencer has 3 points. Still early. Warriors defense is not playing well in transition today, everyone. They are not playing well in transition, if you guys are watching the game. But as I said, look, another Steph Curry 3. That's 6 threes for Steph Curry. He's had some big games in the Orlando Magic Stadium. He is the great equalizer. And Steph Curry cuts what was just a 12-point lead for the Magic down to 5 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. is back in the game. Everyone that was scared of his ankle injury a few minutes ago, he is back in the game. He just missed the layup. He smoked that one. I think he traveled too. Let's get a couple more likes on this video, on this stream. Help this stream get to 40 likes, everyone. I appreciate you. Smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Follow it if you're not subscribed. I appreciate you. Thank you. Trevor said, come on, Warriors. Every time they knock on the door, the Magic, they go back up. But now they call the timeout because they really need to talk about their perimeter defense. The Magic are not playing well defensively on the perimeter to defend the Warriors' threes, and the Warriors are playing terrible transition and interior defense in the paint. The Magic are getting whatever they want at the rim. So whatever team makes the most adjustments here, the better adjustments, is going to win this game down the stretch. We might be in for a tight finish in Orlando. It's a 13-point lead for the Pistons. My look on the total looks to be off to a really slow start in the Grizzlies-Spurs game. Obviously, anything can happen after the first quarter, but this is not the start that I envisioned. Cam Spencer with another three, though. It's a positive sign. Shout out to everyone who's watching right now. I hope you're having an amazing Tuesday. Hope you're winning. Hope you're having a great day, everyone. Team Cat Whisperer says he's on the Magic +4. And he parlayed the Pistons and the Celtics money line. Okay. Best of luck. Pistons are doing their thing. I might close in on the Celtics here for a live bet at the half. Let me see what the line is. Let me see how this ends up. Cam Spencer is an incredibly confident player. Yes, sir. Best of luck. Noah C says, I hope the line between the Golden State Warriors and Miami will be short so I can take something on the Heat. Okay. The line for that is probably going to come out soon. Well, maybe not for the Warriors because, back-to-back. Noah C says, simple trend, last road game of a five-game road trip in a short line, only covering 30% ATS since 2002. Great trend right there. Thanks for sharing. John Bennett says Curry's over on his points was easy. Yes, it was. Will said is definitely going to be cutting it close. 100%. The Jew said Peacock's down by 5. Will said Army's up early. Let's go. We need it with Army. De Silva with a silencer right there. Big time 3. And the Magic push it back up to a 10-point lead. Great energy out of the timeout. Zach Edey needs to take over without Wemby. Strutter said he took his points 20 plus for plus 1,300 and 25 points for plus 3,300. Woo! I hope you get that, man. Just so you know, he's on a minutes restriction tonight. But he's playing quite a few minutes here early. Detroit Mercy scoring drought. Quick college basketball check here. Okay, Texas A&M's up by 7. Still only about 3 minutes until halftime, though. 19-point lead for SMU. It's going to be close. Dang, Minnesota just stopped scoring for like 3 minutes. They're only up by 6. They were just up by 11, 12 points. Terrible. Army's hanging in there. There's plenty of time there, though, left because the game had a late start. Let's see what we can find at halftime here. All right, guys. In about 3 or 4 minutes in these 8 o'clock college basketball games. Yeah, he's already at 6. He had his high motor to start the game. High motor to start the game for sure. And I hope you win, Strutters. 4 fouls on Franz Wagner. He's been a primary initiator of the offense so far today. Interesting note there, Trevor. Guys are gonna have to excuse me for a second. Okay, so we've reached the half in the Celtics game. I think the Celtics will pull away. That's just me. I think the Celtics will pull away. Hold on, everyone. Let me get the correct line. So LeBron James will play tonight, everyone. He'll make his season debut for the Lakers. It is official. LeBron will play against the Utah Jazz in LA. Hey, on the book that you guys use, what do you see for the Celtics live line? Do you see minus 8.5 or do you see minus 7.5? I see minus 7.5, minus 130. I also see minus 8.5 plus 100. I think I might jump on that minus 7.5 line right now. What do you guys see? Minus 6.5? Yeah, I see minus 7.5. I see minus 130 on FanDuel, and I see minus 125 on PointsBet. Let's roll with that minus 7.5 for the Celtics. I'm gonna take minus 125. You have a better line than me, Zay. I'm jumping on them for a 2.5 unit here. Celtics 7.5. Celtics minus 7.5 live at the half against the Nets. 2.5 unit. Just bet it. Dang, I was right about Providence. I should have bet it. About the halftime line. Texas A&M covered for us, everyone. That's crazy. It was tied with 6 minutes left. They just went on a. They're up by 14 at the half. We need SMU's up by 19 with 2 minutes left. We need SMU to cover because I don't think Minnesota's covering. Yeah, they're not covering. Minnesota's going to be a loser. We already won with Michigan State. That's a winner. George Mason, that's a winner. The first half was a winner for George Mason. We just won with Texas A&M. They're up by 14 at the half. So that's 3 winners, 1 loser with Minnesota. These are all 1-unit bets. But we need... And Arkansas Pine Bluff just hit a 3 against SMU. So that's not good. SMU's up by 16 with a minute and a half left. Just about a minute left. Okay. Army are down by 4 with 11 minutes left in the first half. And Arkansas, they might win the first half here, but they're not covering. So Arkansas and Minnesota are losers. Texas A&M's a winner. George Mason, Michigan State winners. SMU, we might need some luck here. They just scored. Nope, they're not going to cover. Unfortunately. So things evening out just a bit here with college basketball with the 8 p.m. games after a decent start. Well, they're up by 19 now. But they might not get the ball back. That's the thing. SMU hits a 3. Up by 19. Arkansas Pine Bluff scored again. So SMU's a loser. They are up by 17, unfortunately. So 3-3 so far. Three and three so far in college basketball. I don't like it. Army, for pregame profits, are in Army's hands. They're down by 2 against Cornell. They are fighting. So let's see how that progresses. And I'll go ahead and take a look at the live board right now for some more action. I won't force anything, but I think this is a good time to bet live in college basketball right now. Shout out to you guys in the chat. And the Magic are up by 13 against the Warriors. Oh, I gotta charge my phone. Contavious Caldwell Pope stinking it up. One second, everyone. Two free throws converted by look at Tyus Jones for the Magic. 6 points. That's about more. Is that a season high? Hey, good looks too. Beat Bookie. He cashed the SMU under the first half under 73. They definitely stomped them defensively. 11-point lead for the Magic. What book are you using, Zay? He said Texas A&M goes on hyper runs. Will said he's locked in. Let's go. Let's roll, guys. I think I think that's really strange, Zay, of why it's not on there. Spurs offense is playing horrible. Hey, EWM community, welcome to the chat, bro. He's asking, does anyone like Wichita State? Strutter said LeBron over 3.5 3-pointer attempts. Attempts? Where'd you bet that? We don't know if he's on a minutes restriction though. Bet 365, okay. Season high turnovers for the Celtics in the first half against the Nets. I don't think that will continue in the second half. 17 points off of turnovers for the Nets in the first half. The Magic are running it up. The second half has started in Atlanta against the Pistons. Jalen Duren at the free throw line. They can't stop these guys. Anthony Black. What I say, Anthony Black, Tristan Da Silva. It's a 9-point game though. Quentin Post with a putback layup. I'm just on the board here for live college basketball bets. 1 second, everyone. Shout out to you guys. Free throws for Jimmy Butler here at the end of the third quarter. Very high scoring game here. I have the Hawks Pistons game on my screen as we wait for the the Celtics game is back. Let me get that on. 10-point lead for the Magic. I just placed a few college basketball live bets, everyone. Here they are on the board. Each one to win a half unit. And there they are. And there they are. Minnesota, minus 20.5, minus 110 to win a half unit. SMU, minus 32.5 at minus 115 odds to win a half unit. Arkansas Little Rock, plus 23.5, minus 105. Gardner Webb, plus 31.5, minus 110. Evansville Moneyline and Abilene Christian, plus 9.5 at minus 115 odds, everyone. That's what I'm rolling with right now. Best of luck to anyone that decides to tail. I'll definitely jump back into the chat with you guys now. EM2C said Salio in first cuatro de Orlando. Yep. Great job, brother. Great job, EM2C. EWM community, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Subscribe to my channel and hit like, everyone. Turn notifications on as well. Just catching up on the chat. Zay said, I like Wichita to possibly win that Boise State against Boise State. Sports fan said, look at that list of injuries from Underdog. NBA is making it hard to bet on or even have interest in. It's tough, man. Strutter said have 2-leg with Jalen Duren over 5.5 free throw attempts and Jalen Suggs over 21.5 PRA. Hey, best of luck, bro. That looks good actually right now. Scott Archer said Golden State third quarter under 57.5, just cash. Another winning bet in the chat. Shout out to you, Scott Archer. Zay said minus 5.5 in the Boston game now. That's the live line. I'm about to catch up on that right now. Was just getting these college basketball bets in. Noah C says, gotta sweat this Draymond over 3.5 assists. He has 4 plus in 12 of his 14 games. Just need him to get to his average. Yes, sir. Noah C says, you will definitely cash tickets in these streams, man. Man, you guys are doing a great job. Very, very sharp community. Shout out to you guys. And I'm rooting for all of us. Let's keep it going, guys. Hopefully I can come out on top with my bets on the board. And we can all find a way to extract some value here. Best of luck with all you guys. Best of luck to all of you. Step back. Jay said W. Yep. Dubs in the chat. Let me get this Celtics game on and see what I'm missing here. We did bet Celtics live, minus 7.5. Tons of college basketball action on the board, so let's try to finish strong. How about that? Cam Spencer with another bucket. Ten-point lead for the Celtics. (13-2) run for Boston. The second half has started in the Minnesota game. College basketball. Pretty weird. The Arkansas Little Rock game wasn't on PointsBet, but I bet that on FanDuel, the line that you guys see on the screen. But that game wasn't. I was trying to compare lines with PointsBet, and it's not there. So, but I got it in on FanDuel. All good. Hopefully we get a monster second half of scoring in the Grizzlies Spurs game. $10 points, 2 assists for Cam Spencer. We need one more basket or assist from Cam Spencer to cash the over 12.5 assists combined. Cam came to play. I think Cam still has a bright future in the league. Suspiciously low minutes for Cedric Coward. He still is not back in the game. Did I miss something there, everyone? Cedric Coward had 3 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist at the end of the first quarter, I think. He's not back in the game here. He doesn't have any fouls. But Cam Spencer is here to play. The Magic pushed things back out to a 9-point lead against the Warriors. The Warriors aren't guarding anything in front of the rim. John said Celtics up 5. I see them up by 10. Yeah, up by 8. 2 free throws converted for Nick Claxton. Strutter said he needs the Hawks to go on a run in the Celtics-Nets game to start scoring. Okay. Old post? Yeah, sorry, I was just catching up. So much going on, John. Holy. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate everything you guys are doing for the chat as well. Hey, I put my free Discord chat in the comments, everyone. It's in the chat. So if you guys want to join my free Discord server, come on, go ahead and join. You guys can ask me questions. You guys can talk with any of the other people in there. Let's get some convo going in there when the streams are not on. I'd love to see you guys active in there. But whenever I'm streaming, I'm going to prioritize the people who are here in the live stream. So shout out to you guys. It's a great way to keep up with my streaming schedule as well. I do post bets in there as well. We'll keep it going. And let's get a couple more likes on this stream. Subscribe to my channel. 9-point lead for the Celtics. Trevor said Draymond did not come to play. He had a hot start in the first quarter. He had a hot start in the first quarter. The Pistons are applying pressure tonight. 7-point lead for the Magic. Five-point lead for the Magic after a put-back dunk from Jimmy right there. Big-time move. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope you guys are feeling all right. We've reached the half. We have reached the half in the Grizzlies game. It's the Cam Spencer show for us. Free throws coming for Desmond Bane here. What's for dinner over there where you guys are at? What's for dinner tonight? Hopefully something that doesn't destroy your stomachs. Also, I will post more pregame college basketball picks on the channel. I'll upload that video for you guys. I'll do it a bit earlier tomorrow. Go ahead and turn notifications on here. Gonna need the Celtics to take off here, have a big run, so we don't have to sweat, just like that boy Will said in the chat, my brother. Positive spurt right there for the Magic. They countered that Jimmy fast break dunk with a quick 4-0 burst. 2 free throws converted from Michael Porter Jr. Scott Archer said ribeye steak tonight. That's for dinner. Okay. Big time steak. Nice little floater from Jaylen Brown right there. That was a shady game too, man. That Detroit Mercy game. Big 3 right there for Zaire Williams. John Bennison, no gyros for me. It's back to a 10-point lead for the Magic. No bet for me in the Duke-Kansas game. Just going to watch that one as a fan. What's your bet? It's going to be a tight finish with the Army, man. I think it's over for the Warriors. A lack of resistance at the rim. They're going to need... They were too small today. They played Draymond at the 5. They outsmarted themselves today. A lack of protection at the rim defensively, and it looks like the Magic are going to take this one. There's still 5 minutes left. This is the NBA. Anything can happen, though. Just Jake LaRavia. Jake LaRavia over 6.5 points. LeBron is back. How many points is LeBron scoring tonight, everyone? Is LeBron going to score 10 points? As he's done in every game since 2010. What do you guys think? How many points is LeBron scoring tonight? Trevor said everyone's on the over, so he's going to the other side. My only hope for tonight is LeBron under 15.5 points. Whew. I'm definitely rooting for you, Trevor. Pistons are doing a great job today. Kansas up to a 14-10 lead tonight against Duke early. Free throws coming for Wendell Carter Jr. Okay, let me put my laptop back on the charger. A quick little outburst from the Nets, man. Come on, Celtics. Free throws coming for Jaylen Brown right now. You won't see me bet on Minnesota again in college basketball if they don't cover against Chicago State in the second half. 7-point lead for the Celtics. Yeah, North Seas. I hope to see you there in the free Discord. Come drop some plays. Let's talk when I'm not streaming. You guys can hit me up anytime. Trevor said he should have took the Pistons spread instead of the Warriors. Never again. That's how it goes sometimes. Let's try to get it back, Trevor. Don't bet more than you can afford to lose. I know you've got this, man. We'll always try again tomorrow. No way. Wow. Army sold. Will. They were down by 8. Like 30 seconds left. They must have hit a 3. Army first half is a loser. This is terrible. Hopefully the Celtics can take off. Couple of late games coming on. The Celtics aren't getting much offensive production from anyone who's not named Jalen Brown. Really long halftime here in the Spurs Grizzlies game. Waiting for that one to come back. Looking like a big night for Jalen Brown. And the Nets cut it to 1, man. Tyrese Martin 3. Back in fourth quarter. Right back to where we started before the third quarter started. After going up by what, 10 points? Jalen Brown, big time 3 right there. But it can't be Jalen Brown versus the Nets. That can't be the only offensive production for the Celtics, or they could even lose. I don't want that to happen, but decent way to end the quarter, though, for the Celtics. Still a chance. Okay, we're back with the second half in the Spurs game. Spurs Grizzlies. Nikhil Walker-Alexander forces a Pistons timeout there. Fourth quarter about to start now. The Nets and the Celtics. What game are you guys watching? 11-3 run for the Hawks. They're still down by 8 though. Jalen Duren only has three rebounds. People are angry. No scoring in the first minute and a half or so in the Celtics game. I'm watching that. Isaiah Stewart's back too, and people aren't talking about him. He missed his own, trying to put back his own attempt there. The Hawks have the ball. Ugly start to the fourth quarter for the Celtics and the Nets. Jaylen Brown's back in. They can only afford to rest him for 2 minutes. 2 minutes of rest for Jaylen Brown. He's back in the game. Dyson Daniels scores there to make it a 13-3 run for the Hawks. It's a 6-point game. The Pistons offense has faltered a bit over the last 3 minutes or so. They need to get it back on track if they want to win. They want to hold on. They've been ahead for most of the game. I mean, they took an assist away from Cam Spencer, so he has 10 points, 1 assist. I think the Pistons need a timeout. The Hawks are on a crazy run right now. The Pistons haven't scored for a couple of minutes. Yeah. Yeah, Jaylen Brown's carrying right now. My bad. I'm checking up on the chat right now. I'm watching these games just like you guys. Hey, let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. I just got a weird error on my screen. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat, all right? Or if anything is stuttering with the stream. My mic appears to be working. Just got a strange error from YouTube. Yeah, Minnesota needs to come on, Zay. And Beat Bookie cashes another bet in the chat. Iowa's team total over. First half, 45.5. It's okay now? Okay. Yeah, I have a pretty strong internet connection. But I know that there's been some strange things going on around the world today in terms of cloud servers. The Nets took the lead, man. It's horrible. Oh, Alanino, how's it going, bro? Follow my channel if you can, brother. Alanino7. No, I wasn't trying to jinx anything. Just call it like I see it. I'm definitely rooting for you to win, though. Yeah, Butler and Curry didn't have any help. They tried to do everything. I can't believe the Celtics, man. This is disgusting. Are the Pistons folding too? We do have a strong scoring start in the third quarter for the Grizzlies and the Spurs here. It's the only positive sign. Yeah, we're going to get things rolling. Don't worry, guys. We're going to get things rolling. Just got to stay measured, learn as much as we can, and try to improve on a day-to-day basis. I'm pretty decent long term. Just have to weather the storm here. Sometimes things just won't go your way. Maybe I'll lower the volume just a bit tomorrow. Take a more targeted approach for you guys. But either way, we're in the trenches now. Let's try to finish out on top somehow, some way. I'm rooting for all of you. Only positive news right now is that the Grizzlies and the Spurs have gotten off to an explosive start in the third quarter. So things have picked up there. Hopefully we can get some production from Cam Spencer, from Cedric Coward. See Jason Tatum's in the building in the Nets game. Something's happening with my light. Cedric Coward basket right there. Nice little fadeaway jumper. Tie game in the Celtics. This is a crazy one here, though. The Hawks-Pistons game. Who's watching Hawks-Pistons right now? Thanks for the follow, Young Dagger J. I appreciate you. Turn notifications on here on my channel. Live sports betting streams. I'll keep it going. Thanks, John Strutters. Shout out to all of you. EWN community. Can we get the tanking Nets here? Back up to a 4-point game. 4-point lead for the Celtics. Strutters said the Magic minus 4.5 won for him. The Nets first quarter money line was a push. Jalen Johnson over 4.5 free throw attempts. Okay. Plus 450. It should have been plus 1250, but the Nets didn't quite get there. Yeah, well, you pushed. You pushed. So maybe it turned to a 3-leg payout, right? Big three from Sam Hauser right there. Off the Derek White assist. Let's go. That's what we need. Timeout Nets. Yeah, 2 leg payout. Should have got the plus 1250. I feel you there. Some good looks though. You guys are doing a great job in the chat. You guys are doing a great job. Turnover Hawks. Dyson Daniels coughs it up. And Dennis Jenkins, man. Dennis Jenkins. He is going crazy recently. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Jenkins is playing really, really, really well for the Pistons over the last 2 weeks. Go check out his box scores and check out his highlights too. It's not just a box score thing. He's having an impact when he happens to be on the floor. He tries really, really hard on both sides of the court. Let's see if the Pistons run their lead back up here. They seem to be playing with quite a bit of energy in the last 60 seconds or so. I'll never bet on Minnesota for the rest of the season in college basketball. That much I know. Back to a 5-point lead for the Pistons. Duncan Robinson, Dennis Jenkins. They've been powering their success over the last couple of days. They're trying to win, 11 games here in a row? Crazy run for the Pistons. Playing quality basketball. I think JB Bickerstaff should be firmly entrenched at the top of the Coach of the Year race. And the Magic won by 7 points. 8 points, sorry. The Grizzlies just snapped. Cedric Howard, 11 points. 11 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Let's go. Cedric Coward is he's within range here. He gave us a good chance in the third quarter. We need 1 basket from Cam Spencer. That'll take this one over for us. Thanks for the likes, everyone. Six-point game. Noah Clowney hits the first free throw in the Celtics game. Hopefully we're not in for too much of a sweaty finish here. Most seasons played in NBA history. LeBron, 23 seasons. Jimmy Butler's averaging 25 a game over his last 4 games. 6 rebounds, 5 assists. 6 assists, really. There's a bit of news in the Blazers game, everyone. Jeremy Grant has been downgraded to questionable with an illness about an hour and a half before tip-off. I don't think he was on the injury report at all today. We'll love to see the Celtics push this lead. 8-point Celtics lead. Derek White hits a big-time three in the corner. Off the Celtics offensive rebound there. Egor Yemen checked in for the Nets with 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The Celtics went on a 7-0 run over the next minute. Jordi Fernandez, Nets head coach, calls a timeout and subs Zaire Williams in for Damon. Pistons push it back to a 7-point lead. So Cam Spencer cast for us. Cam Spencer just hit a three. He just cashed his points and assists for us over 12.5. Small prize, small prize. Big three from De'Aaron Fox right there. Might be free throws coming for Santi Aldama. Free throws coming for Nick Claxton. Pistons look like they're about to get the dub. Amen Thompson just blocked Jalen Johnson. Not Amen Thompson, Azur Thompson. Big block right there. I think one more basket might ice this one for the Pistons. Whew, big block. Onyeka Okongwu. Seeing some low scoring fourth quarter for the Pistons and the Hawks. Nickeil Walker-Alexander with a really nice move there. And one for Nickeil Walker-Alexander, actually. Could be a 4-point game if he converts this free throw. Celtics don't sell. Free throws coming from Noah Clowney. Jaylen Brown foul. Dennis Jenkins is out of the game for the Pistons. Clowney missed the first free throw for the Nets. Pretty stingy defensive quarter. Noah Clowney missed both free throws for the Nets. We needed that. And Derek White makes them pay with a corner three. The Celtics are back up by 10. But can they play defense and can they keep the Nets off of the free throw line? Derek White really played well in the second half after a somewhat poor first half. Free throws coming from Nickeil Walker-Alexander. It could be a 2-point game if he hits both of these free throws. The Hawks are scratching and clawing here. Jaylen Brown went cold at the wrong time. He misses a makeable shot right there, and the Nets are ripping and running right here. Might be an offensive foul right there, though, on Terrence Mann. Celtics ball. Pretty big game for Nickeil Walker-Alexander, 23 points here. It's a 2-point game. Pistons offense sort of went cold. Seeing some big defensive plays from both teams here. Both teams have their starters on the court. Quiet night for Jalen Duren. That was huge. Cade right there. Huge. Cade. That's what the best player on the floor is supposed to do. Luka Garza goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line, and the Celtics are up by 11. Jalen Johnson misses a shot right there. Missed a layup. And the Pistons have a chance to really ice this one here. Another basket for Cade. And the Pistons go up by 6 in the clutch. It looks like they're about to get this win. Nickeil jacks up a 3. Pistons rebound. This one's just about a wrap, in my opinion. Focusing on the Celtics game now. Timeout, Pistons. What a third quarter between the Nets and the Grizzlies, though. I mean, the Grizzlies and the Spurs. A 70-point quarter combined. Cedric Howard is back on the court. We get one more quarter like that, the over is possible again. Massive three for Jaylen Brown there to push the Celtics lead to 14 points with 3 minutes left. We did bet on the Celtics minus 7.5 together at halftime, everyone. So hopefully they can do that. I think Cedric Howard just hit a three. Go ahead and close us out, Celtics. Close it out. Close it out. I think we just got a backdoor cover with Little Rock. I think Little Rock just cashed for us. Catch up on the chat. Nope, the Pistons are not fumbling, Will. Pistons cash. Team Cat Whisperer, welcome back. RTLE said NWA. Jenkins been going crazy. I'm tapped in now. Thanks. Yeah, he's been going crazy, Noor. 100%. Dennis Jenkins. Strutter said 2-leg payout with a push. Yeah, that was a good play, bro. Hey, thanks for spending your evening with me here on stream, everyone. I really appreciate you. Just wanted to say that. Hope you guys are having a great day. I appreciate your time. It's been really fun to watch these games with you, connect with you, sweat these bets. You guys are always welcome here. And best of luck to you. Team Cat Whisperer, welcome back. Noah C says the live total was down to like 210 for the Grizzlies and Spurs. I know, they picked it up. They picked it back up. Team Cat Whisperer said the Duke-Kansas game has been really good so far. Might need to tune in. He said, what do you think about the Suns game? There's a lot of moving parts in that one tonight. Drew Holiday out. We just saw Jeremy Grant downgrade to questionable mysteriously with an hour to tip off. I think I might dodge that one. I do have one more bet that hasn't started yet. It's on Jake LaRavia of the Lakers to go over 6.5 points. You know, his line is dropped with LeBron in the fold here. So I'm on Jake LaRavia tonight. Cam Spencer is having a decent game. Did Coward cash? Cedric Coward cashed the PRA for us, everyone. So we won with Cedric Coward. We won with Cam Spencer. Both of those were cash. And hopefully we can get this over. I mean, it didn't look likely after the first quarter, but they've really picked things up since then. The live bets. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board with college basketball tomorrow. We had a great start with the pregame bets. Army folded at the last second in the first half. Went back in with the halftime with the halftime bets. We got a backdoor cover. We did win Gardner Webb. They lost by 31. We did win with Arkansas Little Rock. So both of those cashed. We also cashed with SMU. Okay. And we might cash with the Celtics here. Let me just see. We're not going to cash with Evansville. Abilene Christian, we're asking for a lot there. I don't think we're going to cash there either. And Minnesota, I will never bet on them again. So we need the Celtics to hold on here. I think we're good. Free throws coming for Peyton Pritchard. We're good. Up by 14. We might, if the Grizzlies game goes over, then we're gonna come out on top today. So after all that fighting, after all that scratching and clawing, after all that sweating, we still have a chance. Also have Jake LaRavia in the mix as well. So I'm trying here. We're fighting the books here. I will. I'll get that up and running, Strutters. Good idea. Let's keep it going, because especially on days like today when it's high volume, we got to keep track. So I'll go ahead and get that up and running. Arkansas's about to lose outright to Winthrop. George Ballas, man, system said take Arkansas, but the eye test says that Winthrop might be a dangerous mid-major, man. Gonna have to go do a deeper dive. John Bennett said Nets under 106 starting to look good. It is. You cashed, John Bennett. Good job. Welcome, George Ballas. So we move on. We win. We won with the Celtics live. It's cash money. Pistons are going to win here. Oh, wait. Another three from Vit Krejci. That's crazy. Back-to-back threes. That's wild. But yeah, our focus turns to the Grizzlies game. Okay? And they've only scored 2 points each in the first 2 minutes after a 40-37 third quarter. So, unfortunately, that's not what we needed. We might need overtime. Subscribe to my channel while you're here, everyone. Subscribe and follow my channel. Turn notifications on so you guys don't miss my plays for tomorrow. Pre-game video, NBA, college basketball. I'll have it ready for you guys. Jalen Duren's at the free throw line. Let's see if he ices this for the Pistons. Cold start to the fourth quarter for the Grizzlies game. They gave me hope, man. They scored 77 points in that third quarter combined. We had hope. Jalen Duren ices both free throws. I think he might have put the Hawks away right there. An inefficient game from Jalen Johnson. He misses another three, and they foul the Pistons, and the Pistons are going to come out with the win here, guys. Congrats to everyone that took the Pistons. I'm just glad the Celtics cashed for us. I was sweaty, man, but they pulled away against one of the worst teams in the NBA. Noah C says Onyeka Okongwu has hit 15 threes over his last 3 games. That is insane. That is insane. Jalen Duren's really improved as a free throw shooter, too. Pistons are now 13-2 this season for only the 3rd time in franchise history. And it's definitely their best start to a season in a generation. You guys follow me on Twitter too. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. Myguyknowsaguy. Ugly basketball being played by Brooklyn. And that's it. Pistons 112, 120 to 112. Pistons are a great team, man. Oof. This is an ugly quarter of basketball. They had a chance to go over. Now I don't think it's going to happen. Shout out to Connor Bedard with the goal right there. Jalen Duren over 5.5 free throw attempts, and Jalen Suggs over 21.5 PRA plus 310. Strutters, big time play right there, man. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell more of you guys tomorrow, man. Obviously, I can't have a million bets on at one time, but you guys are doing a great job in the chat. Sports fan. Edie had 8 points at halftime and shot once in the second half. Still has 8 in the fourth. Yeah, that is a bit suspicious. That boy Willett said Arkansas just lost straight up. They garbage. Yeah, George Ballas said that earlier too. Strutter said he likes Lauri Markkanen over 7.5 rebounds and assists at minus 120. I'll tell you on that one. Trevor says if LeBron can go under 15.5, I'll be up a little today. Looking forward to seeing that one. Should be a great game, Trevor. I'm rooting for you, 100%. Let's go for it. You guys come check my stream out tomorrow. Hey, you're welcome, Trick. Trick5984. Welcome back. Will said, do you think LeBron coming back will slow down Laravia's production? Yeah, but that's already been reflected in the line. We've seen his lines go from 11.5 down to 10.5 down to 7.5, now 6.5. I still think he'll factor in. He's impressed JJ Redick to a certain degree. I still think we still could get about 20 minutes from Jake Laravia tonight. Will? At least that's what I'm hoping for. Trevor said Jokic triple-double, LaMelo double-double tomorrow. Okay, let's go. Let's roll. You guys know what happened with my stomach the other day? I have to take medicine when I wake up and also medicine at night. So I'm actually going to have to do that now. And I have to eat a proper meal. I was only nibbling at my meal. So I'm going to warm up my food. and take my medicine. It's probably going to make me feel a bit drowsy. So my stream is going to have to come to an end now. We are going to do this again tomorrow. I'll be a bit more targeted with my approach. I'll definitely look at the slate tonight, but I'll have better pregame college basketball picks as well. A couple of close calls today. Looks like we are going to cash with a couple of player props, but I've really enjoyed my time here. But I have to take my medicine at the right time so I can get a full night's rest tonight for my stomach. And other than that, I should be good to go for tomorrow. And you guys go ahead and follow, subscribe to the channel. Best of luck tonight. And I unfortunately I have to end it now. Someone's waiting on me to help them. And we're gonna do this again tomorrow. So I want to say best of luck to all of you guys. If you guys can, do me a quick favor. Turn notifications here on my channel. Turn on notifications. So you guys don't miss my video for tomorrow. I'll have an NBA video and a college basketball video for you as well. I'll continue to try to improve and get better as well, both in real life and with sports betting. Hopefully this Grizzlies game can go to overtime for us as well. We did cash both of the player props in that game, but it'll be offset by the total if it doesn't go over. We did decently with the live bets tonight. We're going to try to pick things up tomorrow. You guys, I had a lot of fun with the stream. I appreciate you guys more than you know. I appreciate your company. You guys are the best. So yeah, shout out to all of you in the chat. Team Cat Whisperer, That Boy Will, Trick59, Strutters, Nowhere Seas, Sports Fan. I appreciate all of you. George Ballas, Trevor, John Bennett, everyone that's been here riding with me. You guys know who you are. RTLE. Yeah, I just EWM community. Wolf Cotto, Zay Moon, Alan Mino. Yeah, so many names to say. J-Main34, Scott Archer. Yeah, Beat Bookie Bulldog, EM2C. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. Santi MUFC, I see you as well, brother. Yeah, so I said Trevor, I think. So yeah, everyone have a good night. If I missed any names, I apologize, but you guys, I hope you guys come out on top with the games tonight. Enjoy. I need to get a full night's rest if I'm going to be at 100% for tomorrow. Enjoy your night, everyone.